Have you ever built up the courage to finally tell someone how you feel, your heart pounding, your mind racing with what ifs, only to hear them say they're not interested? You feel the sting of rejection, and you're ready to start moving on, but then they don't really let you go. They keep acting like they're into you, in your posts, sending you memes late at night, complimenting you in subtle ways that make your heart jump. It's confusing. You find yourself checking your phone, wondering if they'll text, hoping every notification is from them, and replaying conversations in your head trying to decode what they meant. You feel trapped between what they said and what they do, and it starts to drain you. A buddy of mine, Alex, went through this exact thing. He spent weeks getting to know a girl, staying up late sharing dreams and vulnerabilities, laughing about small things, and building a connection that felt real. They had inside jokes, moments that felt like the start of something, and Alex couldn't help but fall for her. When he finally told her how he felt, she said she didn't feel the same way, that she valued him as a friend, and Alex tried to respect that. But then, she kept texting him memes that reminded her of him, complimenting his style, saying how any girl would be lucky to have him, and even asking if he was going out so she could tag along. Alex started questioning himself. Did she really mean what she said? Was she testing him, waiting for him to prove himself? Or was she just confused? Every time he tried to pull away, she would pull him back in with a casual, "Hey," or a sweet compliment, and it made him feel seen, wanted, but also stuck. If you've ever been in Alex's shoes, you know how heavy it feels. It's like being stuck in quicksand. The more you try to move, the deeper you sink into uncertainty. You want to be strong enough to walk away, but part of you keeps hoping they'll change their mind if you just hang around long enough. You deserve clarity, not confusion, and it's time to understand that you don't have to stay stuck in this emotional roller coaster, endlessly questioning your worth and waiting for someone else to decide how they feel about you. Here is Chapter 2 expanded by 300 words, no headings, keeping your confident, engaging YouTube voice. The first step is to see what's really going on, and that means recognizing the game for what it is. Mixed signals aren't always some evil plan to mess with your head, but that doesn't mean they aren't damaging. Sometimes, the person genuinely doesn't know what they want, and you end up becoming their emotional safety net while they figure themselves out. They like your attention, the way you make them feel validated, the comfort you bring, and the fact that you're always there when they need someone to listen. But when it comes to commitment, they hesitate, pull back, and keep you at arm's length. It's like they want you close enough to feel your warmth, but not close enough to risk their comfort or independence. This limbo can feel like slow poison. Every day, you get just enough hope to keep you invested, but never enough to feel secure, and that's a dangerous place to live emotionally. If you look back at how people interacted even in the past, it's clear that mixed signals have always existed. In medieval times, knights would send coded letters or wear certain colors to signal interest without fully stating it, waiting to see if their affection was returned before making a bold move. It was a way to test the waters without risking outright rejection. The same happens today, except now, the coded messages are late-night texts, likes on your stories, and inside jokes that keep you thinking about them. They're testing the waters, seeing how much access you'll give them without them having to commit. And whether it's intentional or not, you're stuck in a loop, waiting for clarity that may never come. Think about it this way. You wouldn't stay in a store where the owner kept pulling out items saying, "Maybe this is for you." Maybe not, over and over, wasting your time and energy. You'd walk out and find a store that knows exactly what it's offering. The same principle should apply to your emotional energy. Recognizing that you're being drawn into someone's uncertainty is the first real step to stepping out of it. You don't need to keep proving your worth to someone who can't make up their mind. You don't need to keep auditioning for a role in their life while they keep you on standby. The longer you stay in this emotional limbo, the more power you give away, and the harder it becomes to see your value clearly. You deserve someone who knows they want you and isn't afraid to show it. Here is Chapter 3 expanded by 300 words. No headings. Matching your clean, direct YouTube delivery. The next step is to create space for clarity, and I need you to understand this deeply. Pulling back isn't about punishing them, making them jealous, or playing childish games. It's about reclaiming your peace and allowing both of you to see the situation for what it is without the constant noise of daily interactions. When you're always available, always responding instantly, always showing up whenever they call, you're not giving them the chance to feel your absence or understand your value. You're teaching them that you'll be there no matter how they treat you. And that's not how you want to live. There's a psychological concept called the scarcity effect. People place a higher value on things they believe they could lose. Think about how people suddenly appreciate water when there's a shortage in their city, or how tickets to a concert feel more valuable when they're about to sell out. The same principle applies in relationships. When you step back, you give them the opportunity to see what life feels like without your constant support, your daily good morning texts, your late night conversations, and your presence in their social media notifications. For Alex, pulling back meant stopping the endless, "Hey, how was your day?" texts and the reassuring responses to her vague messages. It meant not liking every photo she posted or reacting to every story she uploaded. At first, it felt uncomfortable for him, like he was abandoning the connection, but within a couple of weeks, she noticed. She reached out more, started asking how he was, and even asked him to hang out because she could feel the shift in energy. Creating space isn't about manipulation. It's about protecting your energy while allowing them to recognize what you bring to the table. When you pull back, you give them the silence they need to hear their own feelings about you. You're giving yourself the breathing room you need to see whether this person is genuinely interested or just using your attention as a distraction for their own loneliness and indecision. Most importantly, you begin to reclaim your self-respect. You show yourself that you don't need to hover around waiting for someone to choose you when you should have been choosing yourself first all along. Pulling back doesn't close the door forever, but it lets you control how wide you leave it open and under what conditions you allow people back in. It's talk about how to disappear strategically, because this is where most people mess up. Disappearing doesn't mean slamming the door, blocking them on everything, or causing unnecessary drama that leaves you looking bitter. It's not about ghosting or trying to make them chase you out of spite. It's about taking intentional, quiet steps to protect your energy while giving the other person space to notice your absence. The first move is to limit interactions. If you see them often, like at work, school, or in your friend group, don't avoid them dramatically, but don't seek them out either. Keep your conversations short and polite. You're not trying to be cold. You're just removing yourself from being their emotional crutch. Think about it like this: a musician doesn't keep performing for an audience that's scrolling on their phones. They step off the stage, and if the audience wants more, they will ask for it. It's the same for your attention. The next move is to pause unnecessary communication. We often don't realize how many doors we leave open for people through constant, casual contact, liking their stories, sending them memes, replying to every all text, and giving them the comfort of knowing you're always there. Stop. You don't need to respond every random meme they send at a M. You don't need to be the first to watch every story they post. This isn't about being mean. It's about signaling that your energy and time are not free for someone who isn't clear about what they want with you. The last move is to decline invitations gracefully. When they casually invite you out, don't drop everything to be there. You don't need to lie or create drama. A simple busy is enough. You don't owe them your constant availability. By stepping back, you are giving them the chance to notice the gap you leave behind, to recognize that your presence was something that added warmth and excitement to their days. You are pruning the relationship, trimming the excess that is draining you, while allowing room for something healthy to grow. And if they truly care, they will feel your absence and step forward. If they don't, you've saved yourself from wasting any more energy on someone who was never going to match your effort, and you can use that energy to invest in yourself, your goals, and the people who genuinely value you. Here is Chapter 5 expanded by 300 words. No headings. Keeping your direct, warm YouTube tone. When they finally reach out and trust me, they will. This is the moment where how you respond matters more than anything else. You've created space. You've stepped back. And now they're noticing your absence, feeling that gap where your energy and presence used to be. They might text you asking where you've been, why you haven't been around, or casually say, "Hey, haven't heard from you in a while." This is where many people slip back into old patterns, flooding the person with long explanations or letting out everything they've been holding inside. Don't do that. Keep it casual. A simple, "I've just been busy with a few things," is enough. You don't need to overshare or try to prove that you've been living your best life. Let your calm energy speak for itself. This leaves them curious while showing that you are centered and not desperate for their validation. Then, shift the conversation back to them. Ask how they've been, what's new in their life, and listen without over-investing emotionally. This is your moment to observe, to see if they're genuinely trying to reconnect or just testing the waters to see if they still have access to you whenever they feel lonely or bored. Pay attention to the effort they make. Are they asking questions about your life, wanting to know how you're really doing, or hinting at spending time together in a way that feels intentional, not just convenient for them? This will show you their true intentions without you needing to guess. Remember, the key here is to control the frame of the interaction. You are not chasing them anymore. You are letting them come to you on your terms. This communicates that your time and energy are valuable, and you won't give them away easily to someone who isn't clear about what they want. You show them, without words, that you are the prize. And when you respect yourself, others will follow your lead. If they come back genuinely wanting to build something real, you'll see it through their actions, not just their words. If they don't, you'll have kept your dignity and your energy intact, ready to give your time to someone who truly values you. Remember, you're not here to convince anyone of your worth. You're here to walk with confidence, knowing the right people will see it without you having to prove it every day.